Good morning, class. Good morning, everyone. In this video, we will discuss about our first part of the second lesson, which is the problem-solving strategies, the Polya's 4 steps in problem solving. But before that, let us first define what is a problem and the problem solving. A problem solving, it is the skill of finding a way out of difficulty, a way around an obstacle, attaining an aim which is not immediately attainable. This definition of problem solving is according to Polya in 1957. What is actually a problem? A problem is a situation that needs to be resolved but no solution is readily apparent. So meaning to say, um, we all problem, it is a situation that needs to be resolved. Meaning to say, yung problem is kailangan palagi na may solution. Pero yung solution na yun is not actually readily apparent. We need to find ano ba yung applicable na solution on that given problem. So, malalaman natin yun in our discussion later. A mathematical problem can be classified into two. We have the routine and then the non-routine problems. So what is the difference between them? Routine problems, it involves using at least one of the four arithmetic operations. Ito lang tatandaan nyo. Pag routine problems, it involves at least one of the four arithmetic operations. Kumbaga, yung problem niya is just a simple problem that can be solved by actually adding, subtracting, multiplying, and then dividing. So that is the four arithmetic operations na gagamitin natin sa routine problems, simple problems. And what do we mean by a non-routine problems? So a non-routine problems, it is actually any complex problem that requires some degree of creativity or originality to solve. So when we say non-routine problems, it is typically do not have an immediately apparent strategy for solving them. So kapag non-routine problems, we need to actually analyze what is the problem all about. Hindi siya yung tipong na pag tiningnan mo pa lang yung problem, agad-agad is masosolve mo na siya. No. In non-routine problems, it needs or it requires deep understanding about that problem. We need to analyze it carefully. We need to understand it carefully. So hindi sa non-routine problems kailangan ng you need to think outside the box kumbaga. Kasi not all the time na yung problem na given sa isang for example sa isang exercises sa mga activity is agad-agad makukuha natin yung solution. No. In non-routine problems, it needs some degree of creativity na papaikot-ikutin ka hanggang sa makuha mo yung tamang sagot. So, yun yung non-routine problems. Okay, so let's proceed to Polya's problem-solving strategies. But before that, let us first know or let us first discuss the historical background kung sino ba yung nag-promote ng Polya's problem-solving strategies or the 4 steps in problem solving. So we have here famous the famous mathematicians to make a study of problem solving. So which is si George Polya. So ito si George Polya. So George Polya, he was one of the foremost mathematicians to make study of problem solving. And George Polya is also considered as the father of problem solving. He was also a teacher. He was born in Hungary and moved to United States in 1940. He also published a book in 1945. Yung title ng book, How to Solve It. So it explained the people could learn to become better problem solvers. So George Polya, he developed the 4 steps in problem solving, the Polyas 4 steps in problem solving na i-discuss natin later. So here are the Polyas 4 steps in problem solving. So the first step, we have the understand the problem. The second step, devise a plan. Carry out the plan. And lastly is review the solution or look back. So let us discuss them one by one. So first is understand the problem. This is the first step in Polya's problem solving strategies. We need to understand the problem. This part of this step is often overlooked. So in this part of the step, you must have a clear understanding of the problem. So hindi ka basta-basta tsachamba lang kung ano yung asked sa given problem. And certain condition must be cleared and relationships of the concept must be established. So you need to know what are the given in that problem, ano ba yung known sa problem, ano ba yung unknown sa problem. So we need to understand or we need to analyze the problem carefully. Next step is devise a plan. Successful problem solvers use variety of techniques when they attempt to solve a problem. So, some problem solvers use variety of techniques. So, iba-iba yung ginagamit nila para ma-solve yung specific problem na nandoon sa kanila, na naka-assign sa kanila. Kahit na mga nag-aaral ng engineering, for example, they use variety of techniques when they attempt to solve that given problem. Hindi lang sila nag-stick sa isa. Okay, so some of these are, first is make a list of known information. Second, make a list of information that is needed. Draw a diagram. So in draw a diagram, sometimes kailangan natin mag-draw ng isang diagram para makita natin kung paano ba isolve yung given problem. And then the next, make an organized list that shows all the possibilities. Make a table or charts, and then working backwards. Itong working backwards na to, kadalasan ginagamit to kapag nag-exam ka ng mga board exam. Sometimes, for example, in mathematics, sometimes yung given a problem is, di ba, merong question and merong choices. Sometimes, yung mga choices, sinasubstitute na lang natin siya doon sa given question. Kumbaga, chine-check natin kung alin ba doon yung magiging tamang sagot. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng working backwards para hindi ka na mahirapan kung ano ba yung solution na gagamitin mo. Kasi di ba pag magte-take tayo ng board exam, hindi naman kailangan ng solution. Yung kailangan is ano ba yung tamang sagot doon. So, by working backwards, by this strategy, you can use this strategy in taking the exam. Then, you need to substitute or you need to put that numbers in the equation. Then, kapag nag-satisfy yun, kapag tama yung lumabas, then, yun na yung sagot. And guess and check method. So, kadalasan din, ginagamit din natin si guess and check method. Kaya lang, yung disadvantage ni guess and check method is masyadong matagal. Lalo na kung yung mga numbers is malaki na. So, hindi, alangan naman, almost hour ka nang naghahanap ng numbers para lang mahanap mo yung solution mo. So, in using guess and check, kailangan be careful din tayo. And last, and another technique is looking for a patterns. So in looking for a patterns, kailangan natin alamin kung ano ba yung pattern doon. At yun yung ginawa natin, di ba, sa discussion natin about sa inductive reasoning, that we look for a pattern para ma-solve natin or mahanap natin kung ano yung unknown doon sa problem. And solving a simpler problem. So, itong solving a simpler problem, ibig sabihin, may binigay sa yung problem na very complex. And pwede kayong maghanap ng mga problem na related doon hanggang sa makuha nyo kung paano ba isolve yung complex na problem na meron kayo. So, from simpler problem hanggang sa complex problem. Siyempre, magsistart tayo muna sa pinakasimpleng paraan hanggang sa makuha natin, paulit-ulit tayong magsosolve ng problem. Paulit-ulit natin tinatry kung ano ba yung tamang sagot doon sa 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 hinahanap na tamang sagot doon sa problem na binibigay sa atin. And last is you're going to write an equation. So in writing an equation, we need to be very careful, especially when you are going to translate the given problem into an equation. Kasi kapag mali tayo in writing an equation, ibig sabihin, when you are going to solve that problem, kapag hindi nagtama yung problem, babalikan nyo yung equation nyo, kung ano ba yung tama doon. So, in writing an equation, you need to be very careful in translating the mathematical phrase into a mathematical equation. So, yun yung ibig sabihin ng devise a plan, na you're going to use variety of techniques when solving a problem. And number 3, carry out the plan. So, in carry out the plan, once you have devised a plan, you must carry it out. You're going to work carefully. So, dito, sa carry out the plan, magsasolve na kayo. So, from devising a plan, alam nyo na kung paano isolve yung problem, then you're going to show your solution by solving that problem. Keep an accurate and neat record of all your attempts. So, kailangan malinis, kailangan step by step yung pag-solve nyo ng problem. Kasi kapag may mali ka doon, at least mababalikan ninyo. Sometimes, the plan may not be workable or feasible to solve the problem. Hence, there is a need to use another plan. Moreover, a problem may have more than one solution. Okay, so sabi dito, sometimes yung problem na yung sa devising a plan, kapag nag-solve na kayo, kapag pinakita nyo na yung solution doon, kapag hindi siya nag-work, ibig sabihin, you need to use another plan. Because in solving a problem, wala talaga siyang fixed na solution. Kumbaga, ito yung solution dito. Ito lang yung solution dito. No. Because a problem may have more than one solution. Ibig sabihin, sa isang problem, pwede kang maka-come up ng maraming solution. Pero yung sagot doon ay iisa lang. Kumbaga, you need to use another plan. You need to use another plan. You need to create more solutions until you arrive at only exact answer. So, ibig sabihin, hindi ka lang mag-i-stick sa isang solution. Pwede kang gumamit ng ibang solution as long as na-explain mo yun kung paano siya nakuha. Ito, iba naman yung, for example, ito, iba yung ginamit mong solution, pero tama yung sagot. Siya naman kaya ay nag-working backwards, pero tama yung sagot. So, okay lang yun. Kasi, in solving a problem, hindi kailangan na talagang kung ano yung nasa book, kung ano yung exact solution na yun, is yun talaga yung gagamitin nyo. No, because dito sa atin, in solving a problem, it has more than one solution. Kaya, nasa sa inyo yun kung anong gagamitin niyo. As long as you can explain it clearly, you can explain your answer as long as tama yung sagot na ipapakita ninyo. So, yun yung ibig sabihin nun. Next, or the last step is you are going to review the solution or look back. Once you have found the answer, check the solution. If in case the solution is not attained, there is need to rework or reformulate the plan to solve the problem. So, ito yung sinasabi ko na kapag in carry out the plan, babalikan natin kanina na we need to keep our records neat and accurate. Kasi kapag mali yung answer na nabigay natin, kapag nag-check na tayo ng solution, at least, pwede nating balikan yung solution na ginawa natin. We need to rework or reformulate the plan to solve the problem. Halimbawa, saan ba ako nagkamali? Dito. O at least, malinaw sa inyo kung saan kayo na solusyon nagkamali. So, in last is you need to actually check your solution if it is correct. At kapag nakuha ninyo, then you can say it that you have found the right solution. So in example, let's have an example one. So this example is an example of a numeric problem. So solve the problem. So our problem here, twice the difference of a number and 1 is more than that number. So find the number. So first step, let us use the Polyas problem solving strategy. So first step, we need to understand the problem. Make sure that you read the question carefully several times. So paulit-ulit nating babasahin yung question. Kapag hindi naintindihan na una, then basahin ulit hanggang sa maintindihan natin. Since we are looking for a number, then we need to represent any variable for that unknown. So we let x be the number. Kasi yun yung hinahanap natin. We have here, find the number. So we let x be the number. And step 2, devise a plan. So here, we need to translate this into a mathematical expression, and we can now proceed to the next step. So we have twice the difference of a number and 1. So twice the difference of a number and 1. So how are you going to translate this into a mathematical expression? So twice the difference, meaning to say difference, you need to subtract this number, a number, and 1. Since yung nirepresent natin na number is x, then we have x minus 1. And this word twice, meaning to say that we need to multiply 2 to the difference of a number and 1 dito sa difference ni x and 1. So 2 times x minus 1. And this word it represents when you are going to translate this into a mathematical expression, it is as equal sign, yung is. Okay. And for more than that number. So when we say more than, you are going to add. And we have 4, and then that number, yung number ulit natin, is x, kung ano yung nirepresent natin. So therefore, x plus 4. So always remember that when you use more than, pag sa addition, kapag more than, okay lang na magkabaliktad. Pero kapag less than po yung nakalagay dito, uunahin palagi yung next na nirepresent niya. For example, less than the number. So palaging una itong x or any variable. So we have 2 times x minus 1 is equal to 4. So we use writing an equation. So translate natin yung mathematical phrase into a mathematical equation. Okay. So next is carry out the plan. So dito, kailangan na natin ipakita yung solution natin. So we have here 2 times x minus 1 is equal to x plus 4. So ito yung dinevise natin kanina. This is our mathematical equation. Okay, so you need to multiply 2 to x minus 1. So just distribute 2 to x minus 1. So 2 times x, we have 2x. 2 times negative 1, we have negative 2. So minus equals to x plus 4. So you just copy x plus 4. Next is 2x, next is 2x minus 1 is equal to 4 plus 2. So, combining like terms na yung next step natin. So, ito na x, transpose natin siya dito, kaya naging negative 2x. Naging x. And this negative 2, we transpose this to the right. So, since negative siya, ang mangyayari niyan is magiging positive. So, you have 4 plus 2. So, we have 2x minus x is equal to 4 plus 2. Then, we can now simplify it. 2x minus x is equal to x. And then 4 plus 2, it is equal to 6. Now, our number here is x is equal to 6. So let us review the solution, or let us check the answer if our solution is correct. So if you take twice the difference of 6 and 1, that is the same as 4 more than 6. So here is the solution. So we substitute 6 to the value of x. So we have 6 minus 1 is 5. Then multiply. 2 times 5 is 10. And dito sa kabila, we substitute again the value of x, which is 6. 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. So therefore, our solution is correct. So 10 is equal to 10. Okay, so if you already know how to use the Polyas problem solving strategies in number problem, then you may now answer the check your progress one. Thank you and God bless.